Thank you. Okay, so we'll ask the new member their name and who invited them.
Morning all, my name is Rafina Dipchan and Ali invited me.
Thank you.
Morning everyone, my name is Sharon Diaz. This is my neighbor invited me.
Thank you.
Hello, morning everyone. My name is George Samuel, better known as Sandra.
Good morning, my name is Brown.
You were invited by your daughter. You're a very good friend. Very good.
Good morning, I am Nancy Seward. I was invited by my aunt, Mr. McLeish. Good morning, everyone. I am Lily Thomas. I was invited by my sister, Lily Thomas.
Good morning everyone. My name is Pearl Alfredo. I was invited by my sister, Noel Marcha.
Thank you. Seems as though there's a family affair. It's a family conspiracy. Wow. Okay. Shall we prepare for the reading of the TTARP prayer? Bringing us together this day. Be with us as we come in fellowship to discuss, plan, and implement our projects and events. We thank you for allowing us to enjoy our golden years together. As we ask you for help, strength, wisdom, peace, and a grateful heart, so that we can assist our fellow men. At the end of our activities today, take us home safely to our loved ones, to continue to love and serve you. We praise and thank you. Amen. Shall we remain standing for national anthem? Thank you. Shall we remain standing for a moment of silence in memory of those of family, friends, colleagues who have fallen along the way. For those who are less able and not able to join us today. So just reflect in recognition of these persons. Did everyone receive their chocolate? Or there's something like, they want more chocolate, but okay. We've got to take care of our administrative responsibility before we move into the fun and games. So, first of all, we'll have a secretarial report.
Monthly meeting. Thank you, Mr. Brown. The monthly meeting of Purple Diamond's TTARP San Fernando took place on Tuesday, the 2nd of January 2024 at 10:45 p.m. at the Pleasantville Community Center, number 2 Prince Albert Street, San Fernando. The health and safety announcements were given, followed by the national anthem and the TTARP parade. The chairman then welcomed members, with a special welcome being given to 9 new members. The assistant secretary then read the minutes for December 2023, since the secretary had been absent for that meeting. The treasurer's report was delivered, showing a closing balance of $12,788. Chairman's remarks. The South Central Bingo, held in December, had been a bit chaotic, with there was an initial profit for Purple Diamond Zone of $2,800. All members were thanked for their support, including those who donated prizes for the bingo. A hamper had been anonymously donated, and it was being given to Ms. Holder, our oldest member, I think 99, in appreciation of her continued attendance at meetings. Miss Marbasang, a recent victim of home invasion, one of our members, received a monetary token collected from our membership outreach program. The chairman made reference to the upcoming 28th anniversary of the Purple Diamond Zone. A team is to be organized to organize a special celebration. He also raised some concerns about members who have problems attending meetings, going on hospital visits, going to the grocery, etc., who had difficulty in transportation, and he hoped that a group of persons could assist those members. The Purple Diamond's quarterly birthday club is to be revisited soon. The San Fernando Kaiso Showcase will be holding a special matinee for seniors on Saturday, the 28th of January at 4 p.m., $75 per person, $100, 2 persons on the ticket. Following the chairman's remarks, the members were then invited to fill out a questionnaire relating to a survey, the objective being better understanding of older adults on examining health and aging. Member Anthony Smith then entertained its song. Member Dr. Aris Jupiter introduced a publication, a collection of stories and poems, and announced it would be available at a cost of $50, with part proceeds going to Scottish Foundation. In celebration and thankfulness to God and in celebration of the New Year, various pieces were rendered by members, including monologue, testimony, and songs of praise. The meeting then concluded at 1 p.m. with refreshments being served. Respectively submitted, Norma George Butcher, Secretary, Purple Diamonds. Are there any corrections, omissions, etc.?
Sorry, just a correction, an update. In fact, the total amount for the profits received from the bingo is $2,900.
Right, if there are no omissions, okay, so Dr. Jupiter, she did read 2 poems from her collection, and the name of her publication is Poems and Prose. Will they be available today? But you can talk about it. Okay, so they'll be available today also. Right, so back to the minutes. Persons who were here, I need a confirmation. Please state the name clearly, and I need somebody to second that confirmation.
I, Gloria Stephen, beg to second the
Okay, we need a confirmation before seconding. So Esther J. Charles confirmed, and Gloria Siberan seconded. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Treasurer's report. We're trying to move on briskly so that we can get into the entertainment bit. Maureen, while we're waiting for the treasurer, please remember that we've got a raffle going, and Donna, we've got a raffle going, and it's in the interest of raising funds for future projects. Treasurer.
Morning, members. The financial report for the month ending 31st January 2024. Our income, cash in hand brought forward as of the 2nd of the 1st, 24, $12,788. The member subscription, $3,350. That makes us a total income of $16,138. Our expenditure, the venue setup 400, PA system 400, chairman's stipend 300, purchase of water 132, purchase of cars 570, purchase of grocery supply 190, purchase of containers 784, purchase of aprons, hats and gloves $94, purchase of a gift $140, the storage of the supplies $300, the laundering of the 8 tablecloths $240, rent for January 24 $900. Our total expenditure $4,450. The cash in hand carried forward to February is $11,688. Hereby for Lieutenant Stevenson, Treasurer. Thanks.
one of our main obstacles in terms of our financial responsibility is obtaining a bank account. We are still trying. Extra efforts will need to be made so that we could acquire a bank account, so that we could professionally and officially account for our monies being received and dispersed. So hopefully, in the not too distant future, we'll be able to acquire that bank account. There are lots of jerseys out there, printed polos that need to be collected. So you could approach Jacqueline to collect your polos. A few months ago we had a mini clinic. Well, it was mostly about assessment for cancer-related issues for both men and women. And only 9 persons attended that clinic. It was a mobile clinic that was bought from Port of Spain, and it's unfortunate that only 9 persons took up that opportunity. So it was a kind of a disaster, unfortunately. Another important issue was the announcement of an increase in our rental, and some persons were questioning, and rightly so. The overall cost was increased from $900 to $1,600. Now, hear me out. We are not unique, we are not exempted from the rest of Trinidad and Tobago or the world. The cost of services is increasing at a fast rate. Actually, we have no choice in the matter. The only choice we have is to find somewhere else, if we can. Now, there is a breakdown here. Remember, we pay a $25 fee on entry, and that entitles us to snacks and a drink. We also receive free gifts and tokens on special days like birthdays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and so on. So all these things relates to a cost. And we look at air-conditioned unit, chairs, tables, use of toilet facilities, all those things add up. I've realized now that community centers are business organizations, and they are instigators in, let me use the word, pressuring the managers to employ businesses that would, so that the individual community center could work, could service on its own. So the managers are forced to increase prices without any elimination. And as far as I was made to understand, we are still being charged a reasonable service. Okay. I have no control over it because that's a state issue. The most we can do is find somewhere else if we find the prices here is not reasonable. It's unfortunate, I understand how you feel, but you know, that's the situation as it is. Now, okay, please settle down, please. Please. In moving forward, the chairman had announced that we will be forming committees to look at our situation in a more progressive way. Committees that will look at fundraising, committees that will specifically address the celebration of our 20-year anniversary, which is April this year. And it will be our first anniversary celebration. Imagine that, after 28 years. So this is significant. It will take two forms. A ceremony on the 6th, which is significant because the group was actually started on a Saturday, 6th of April 1996. So it's important that we hold the celebration and the service on the 6th. This would be followed by an anniversary ball the following week, the 13th of April. So investigations are being made to make this happen. So on this note, some of the committees have been formed, and so far we are doing well. So I would invite a member of the Secretariat, Mr. Mervyn Humphrey, to give you an update on what has been going on. So let's bring him on with a round of applause.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, Madam Secretary, other members of the executive, members, new members, as well as visitors. A pleasant and good morning. Following on from what our chairman just alluded to, I have a summary here of the minutes of the Purple Diamond Zone event committee meeting held on the 29th of January 2024. The meeting was held at the Pleasantville Community Center right here, commenced at 10:30 a.m. and was chaired by Mr. Carl Ryan. We had approximately 17 members present. Prior to the start of the meeting, the chairman conducted several exercises in effective communication with members. And this we found to be extremely useful for the assignments we had ahead. The chairman then indicated the objective and purpose of the Purple Diamond Zone Events Committee, which is to work in collaboration with our executive committee and the general membership to raise funds to undertake a number of events for the benefit of all TTARP members. These include quarterly birthday celebrations, the staging of the 20th anniversary church service and ball, acquisition of land or building for a home for the Purple Diamond Zone members. Groups formed so far include the Secretariat, events, anniversary, and fundraising. The focus of attention was on the 20th anniversary church service and board. The church service. The date target for the church service, as we heard, is the 6th of April 2024, and the program includes inviting leaders from different religious organizations in a prayer session, distribution of awards to long service members, past executive and members who have made meaningful contributions thus far. An award is to be given to the driver who provided transport for the many tours for the many years for us as well. The anniversary ball. This is scheduled for the 13th of April 2024, and invitations, food, bar, tickets, venue, and all other are all tentative at this time. However, we have one proposal. That is music, Joey, at a cost of $40,000. Music, Mr. Desmond as DJ, $5,000. And a tentative venue is the Palms Club at a cost of $6,000. So, it brings us back to fundraisers. As a result of this and other expenditure, our first fundraiser will be a curriculum targeted for our next meeting on the 4th of April 2024. The cost is chicken $45, veggie $40. We are also asking for contributions, donations, where possible, to assist in offsetting costs. We propose between 100 to 150 boxes in first instance. So kindly let us know by feedback on the chat your interest, please. As usual, we anticipate 100% support for this venue from our members. Yeah? This information and further updates will be placed on the chat by our chairman. Respectfully submitted, Mervyn Humphrey, a member of the Secretariat team. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well done. It seems as though I'm looking myself out of a job. Give him another round of applause. Okay, I understand the financial situation and the way things are going. You go to the supermarket, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, we have a choice. Either we take it or we leave it. You know, look at the situation with applying for driver's license, applying for an airline ticket. You know, all these changes, you have to go online. And some of us can hardly understand the working of a computer. So if you can't manipulate information online, but you just won't go anywhere. So in order to keep up with the times, we have to keep up with the changes. And sometimes those changes are financial. But we are large enough, we are big enough, we are resourceful enough to come up with ways and means of earning extra funds so that we could keep our individual finances to a minimum.
Small correction. I think it was the 4th of April, a bit of a mistake, it's the 4th of March. Curricule.
Okay. Thank you. Yes. $14,14. The cost of the music is $14,000. We might have misheard that. Okay. you see, we're using this opportunity as a fundraiser. And in South Trinidad, Joey is a big name. So we got to use his name in order to draw people. Remember, TTARP is a large organization of over 40,000 people. So we don't have to go looking anywhere. Plus, you see what happened at the bingo. You know, a lot of persons who were not TTARP members flooded in. And hopefully, and with your good prayers, this should be a success. But we cannot do it without your input. You can't just sit back and say, we can't do that, or let me find a DJ. And the next thing people are asking, who is that DJ? I never hear him play. You know, once people hear Joey, they don't care. You know, so that is the chance we gotta take. And when you're looking at financial investments, you're gonna take chances. No doubt about that. Okay. I suppose you could post your suggestions and comments on the chat so that we could get on with today's proceeding. There is also a suggestion box that you could place your suggestions and comments in. Megan or PRO is, has the box. And remember, I was just reminded that the 5th of March is really the day for. That's our next meeting, right? So the barbecue hopefully will come up on the 5th of March. The curricue. Well, it could be a curricue and a barbecue. You could curricue the barbecue, there's nothing wrong with that. The same thing is doing a pilau, so I don't know what it's fuss about. Curricue the golden barbecue, man, and increase the price. I also want to ask you all to look at possible donors. You might know someone who works in a bank or an industry or an organization. So ask around for those persons who will be willing to contribute to our anniversary affair. And we will draft a letter so that you can take it to them. So you see how important this bank account is. And as I said, we cannot do it alone. We need your support. We need your willing support. But it's got to be done. This is an important milestone that needs to be accomplished. Okay, so we're going to start our Old Mass proceeding. We're supposed to have 3 judges. I haven't seen the 3rd judges yet, but the show has to go on. And I would vacate so that the Vice Chair and the PRO could continue the proceedings. Megan.
The TTARP committee. I'm the TTARP coordinator of that committee. Now, our TTARP committee is the committee that organizes our various outings. Now, our outing that we're going on next would be on the 23rd of February to the museum. And I know a lot of persons, it will be close to 100 might have crossed that right now, have put their names down. So particularly for the new members, and of course some of you may have forgotten. What we do is after we determine where we're going, we put it out on the chat, we give the cost, we pay at the meeting, we try to avoid people coming in after and say, because that confuses things. But what we will do later, and this is important, we will tell you things like when we leave, normally we park here, so we get our permission from the manager first about parking, so we park here. Again, this is for the new members particularly. We tell you when we leave, where we're going, we reaffirm the things that we have to do. I just want to make that clear. For those who are here for the first time, we're going on the 23rd, we're doing some museum tours. It's a Friday the 23rd. We're going first to the Money Museum, that's Central Bank. We're having lunch. We had hoped, and I have it on the chat as long circular, but the driver is saying if you want to do Central Bank followed by 2 museums with Friday for the Spain traffic, it might be easier to have lunch at the breakfast shed. So we're looking at that. And then we're going to Parliamentary Museum, that's a recent museum that has opened, following which we're going to the Kilkenny Museum, that's Stolmeyer's Castle. So they're all around Hollis. So those are the places we're going to. Like I said, final firming up information you will get on the chat, so make sure that your name is on the Purple Diamonds chat, please. Okay, any other questions you could ask about it later if you need to. Thank you. What we do is we try to go somewhere every month. That's by the way, the money all goes back to the fundraising. It's part of the tour community fundraising activity. So we try to go somewhere every month. So for February, for January, we left it open. So we start in February and then we proceed. Okay, hopefully in March, February. Yes, in March we go to Labre, Pitchley, and the beach, Labre Beach, hopefully. But you'll hear more, you'll see more of that on the chat.
Members, and thank you for coming out to our meeting today, and welcome to our first inaugural Old Man competition. It's the first for us, and hopefully if we enjoy it today, we are going to add it to our calendar of events, so we are going to have it next year, and we are going to give you much more notice. We had initially a field of 8 participants, but some people have cancelled. So we just have 4 participants this morning, so each person is assured of a prize. So we are just going to have a good time amongst ourselves. Before we dive into performances, I would like to thank you members and for those who decided to participate. Because you're very brave to do that. Not everybody can do that. I would also like to thank the judges, our three judges who decided to come and assist us. Without their support, these types of events would be impossible. Before we bring out contestant number 1, I encourage you to make some noise, encourage them, applaud, because they are doing this for your enjoyment, for your entertainment, and they're doing it basically for free. Alright, so let's start off the proceedings by giving them, our participants, our judges, you, our membership, a lusty round of applause. Over to the chair.
In case you're not satisfied with the judging, I advise you to ask for the score sheet. But I hope that you would let good sense prevail and go with the judge's decision. I don't want to hear he thief and she thief as what is happening in Panorama.
Our first contestant is ready. She is Merlin Thomas, and she is going to portray Tanti Cam State. So Mr. DJ, music. Let's welcome Merlin Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, Tanti Cam State, contestant number 1.
May I have your attention, please? The contestant told me what she wanted. I am giving her what she asked for. Yay!
Standing her ground. Right, she's standing her ground. And here she is emptying her clip. Market, Hazel Matias, Mr. J. Clifton was another competition we are having fun. Participants number 3, Academy George White, portray monk taking a rest from Soka. Let's hear it from Kathleen George White.
We're ready for the
Brenda Martel portraying Dame Lorraine. Let's hear it for Brenda Martel. one who portrayed Tanti Cancel was not aware that we were going to have the round, so she had changed, but she will still be judged. Sorry about that. So here we have our participants. Number one, Tanti Cancel, Dame Lauren, Mom taking a red from Soca, and the whole blinking market. Right? We are going to have the judges will deliberate, and we are going to have 4 prizes, and we are also going to have a people's choice. So you all are going to vote for the person independent of what the judges say. So I'm going to hand over the mic to the chairperson, so he will handle this part of the program. Thank you.
The judges deliberate because this is serious business. They are internationally accredited. So while they deliberate, as they usually do, who come first, who come second, now let me put you in this position and all that. All that deliberation. So maybe we could have some music while they deliberate.
Change your enemy, go to the plane and you are sitting down, have a sitting.
I'm a little nervous, I'm trying. Other please, promise. Everybody promise. But I think we did a good job. On behalf of my fellow judges, Oliver, Mrs. Oliver, and Mr. Joseph, I'm Robert. They all know me from Pleasantville. It was rather stiff competition. I congratulated all of them. The talk was good. They were very creative. We growing up at Fridays are my team. Couple of years. I hope they don't mind, I hope they don't pay attention. Right, so we will start with 4th place. 4th place, Kathleen George White, portrayed mom taking a rest from sofa. I find she get a pass after the rest. She didn't rest long, but congratulations. Third place, Brenda Marcel, Dame Lorraine. Hello. Like we're going good so far. It's what did you call first place? First or second place? In second place, I really enjoyed Tantikam. But in second place, Tantikam, and first place, the market. the market. But what else she buying or she selling? Congratulations. Thanks a lot.
I wish to thank you for your active participation. And God willing, next year we will have 2,000 persons portrayed. Okay, we have one more prize, and that is the people's choice. No. How are you so biased? So, it's according to the amount of applause the person receives that would determine the people's choice.
Alright, now we have participant number 1, Kathy Campbell. Number 4, participant number 4, Dame Lorraine. Participant number 3, Mom taking a rest from sofa. Participant number 2, Paul Blinken Martin. Your applause, and thankfully we have 2 prizes. So based on your applause, the Paul Blinken Market and Sandy Farm. To the end of our whole mass competition. Did you enjoy it? So can we add it to our calendar for next year? Will you be brave enough to take part next year? Alright, so we're looking forward to Carnival 2025. So that brings me to the end of what I was supposed to do. I wish you a very happy and safe Carnival. Enjoy the fest, enjoy all that you do, be safe, and I take you over to the chairperson.
Thank you. We were reading earlier, but I'm pleased, despite the small number of competitors. But I think it's an encouragement for next year, God willing. We've got the last raffle to draw. Any last takers before we draw the raffle? Donna. You didn't get it. Could you check with the registration desk, please? Rafina. Yeah, could you check by the desk, please? Registration desk. And Miss McDonald. Could you check by the registration desk? Remember, there are polos to be printed, polos to be collected. Hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up, hurry up. Sorry. Stand with 3 judges for their impartial and professional approach to judging. Also to thank the organizer, our PRO, Ms. Megan. Listen. Leave me, let me do my work. Okay, let's thank our PRO for streaming this event worldwide. And the assistant PRO for organizing the event. Amen. Also, it's important to note that at the last moment notice, our vice chairman took up the challenge to do the MC. So we need to give the vice chairman a lovely round of applause. It seems as though we were out of tickets for it. That's very good for business. You could use a promissory note. Radhika. Where's Radhika?
Where you getting trouble now?
Could you check Ingrid down at the back, Radhika? You know, I promise for this year, I'm not going to crack any jokes because all you have to laugh. It seems as though you're laughing before I crack the joke than after. Anyway, these 3 guys were charged for stealing clothes. This is in the US, we don't teach in Trinidad. So, the judge gave them 7 years each. So, their lawyer decided to plead for a lesser sentence. And so the judge asked him, well, why these guys are thieves? The lawyer said, well, Your Honor, the clothes were on sale. You see, nobody laughed. Because the clothes were on sale, they should have gotten a lesser sentence. Oh boy. Age is a hell of a thing, you know, boy. You know, the processing, you know. So what are we waiting on? So DJ play some music or something. You poetry from the last meeting. So anyone wants to purchase a copy, contact Dr. Clarence Jupiter.
Advancing